welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's YouTube video, we're gonna have story time. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button or that like button. Give this video a thumbs up if you should. Alright, so in today's video, we're gonna have story time. So make sure you guys have your snacks, because I have mine right here. And yeah, so let's get started. So, I'm not gonna tell you guys where I work though, but I was working in fast food, and it was just a regular good day, just hanging out with the coworkers, just chilling, waiting for customers to come in. And this guy came in, and I'm thinking, okay, I have a customer, better ring him out, give him what he needs, get him out of his way. It was a slow day anyway. So he comes in, I get ready, I go to the register, and I'm like, welcome to, what can I get you? He was like, oh, I'm here for an interview. I'm like, oh, okay, so, let me go get the manager and we can get that all taken care of for you, alright? So I went back and go tell the manager about that there's someone here for a job, right? So he was like, have him fill out an application, sit him down, give him something to drink or whatever. I'm like, alright, cool. So I go back out, give him the application, give him a cup so he can grab him something to drink, and he sat down, felt it out, waiting, whatever. But during all that time, I'm talking with the coworkers, we're just laughing, goofing off, having like a fun time. But when you have a feeling when someone's looking at you, but you don't want to let them know that they're looking at you. And so like, he was looking at me and I was looking at him because he was looking at me. And so, like we were playing it off or whatever. And so I asked him, I'm like, you done? He was like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll go get the manager for you. And so I go get the manager, let the manager know that he's done with his application. So they have a talk. We all say bye to the guy, whatever. And like a day or two went by and we didn't see him. So I'm like, didn't get a job. So whatever. But I come in to work. He's there. I'm like, oh, what's up? What's up? We were all talking and whatever, getting to know. And then like, I think it was like the following day or the day after that when he gave me a ride home, because in the mix of that we were all just talking and asking him like what he do and all that. And I mentioned I just so happen to live by a park, and it's also the same park that this guy lives by as well. So yeah, keep that in mind, right? So like, after he finds that out, that we kind of live by each other, he offers to give me a ride home. I'm like, yeah, sure. So one second. So he gave me a ride home, and we're just talking or whatever. And then for some reason, I don't know how, we got on the topic of friends with benefits or whatever. But in the midst of all that, as he gave me a ride home, we're, high. So, like, yeah, we were smoking, we were high, and then, like, out of nowhere, asked about maybe friends with benefits, and I'm like, I had that, like, once or twice. I had a friends with benefits, like, once or twice. And then he asked me, like, how do I get on that list? And I'm like, what? Like, what? And then I'm like, I don't know, it's just, if we're cool, if the connection's there, it's just gonna happen. And so, the next day, we get back to work, just laughing, goofing off. Next day again, asked, do I want to go, can he give me a ride home? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, didn't think nothing of it. And boom! We hooked up. After that little short conversation that we had, asking about being friends with benefits and all that, boom, happened within like the next day. And we would smoke, hook up, communicate, like be flirty with each other, like send text messages and yada 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 yada. So with that being said, and then I would like drive with him, whatever. But this is where the story gets interesting. So after we've been like messing around for a few weeks or whatever, he asked me, do I want to meet his friends? I'm like, I don't care. This is your car. I'm not driving it. I'm with you, so it's your vehicle. So, because this was before we pulled up to his house. So, yeah. I was like, sure, yeah, I'll meet him. I don't care. So, we pulled up to his friend's house, who also happens to live, like, around the corner from him somewhat. He comes out. I'm all on my phone. They're talking whatever. He's like, this is my friend from work. And I'm like, hey, but, like, guys, when I say I met this kid, didn't really talk to him, didn't say anything, but about this much of a crack from the window, I was like, hey, what's up? And that was it. A few days later, the kid ended up with my Snapchat. I'm like, what? How is that even possible? Like, I don't even know you. I only met you for a second. Like, a hot second. And you ended up with my Snapchat, right? So he started messaging me. I'm like, why did you? He was like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna see you again. Which the kid saw me again the following day because the guy came over and smoked with me and my sisters, right? And that was the second time I saw his friend. But his friend didn't know at the time that me and his friend were together. So, yeah. We were messing around with each other for a while. And then somehow his friend developed feelings for me, which I don't know how. And I only met the kid twice. Like, yeah. So, but within all of that, like, it would be times where me and the kid, like, we would stop talking for a minute, but we would both end up right back to friends with benefits at work. And, like, some people at work even kind of started peeping in a little, but that's when we kind of fall back on it. But then at the same time, guys, here's a major spoiler. He had a girlfriend the whole time. Yeah. Had a girlfriend the whole time. Yeah. Right. I found out he had a girlfriend through his friend. But I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't say nothing of it. Didn't say anything. So, yeah. Had a girlfriend the whole time. So the guy wanted his cake and needed too. Because I was here, I guess, and his girlfriend was, like, away. She lives somewhere else. Like, she was, like, 3,000 miles away from here. So that would be the only time, like, he really wouldn't communicate with me is when she was here, I will say. I don't know. But yeah. Like, and then when she's gone, he'll be all back to the way he was. And then even when I got a new job, still messing around, looking up at his house in his car. Yeah. But feelings did get involved. Yeah. Feelings got involved and he left. Didn't know about it. Didn't know anything about it. And now, yeah, it was weird though.